the fact that Winthrop University decided to select this map and to still come with a default comp or the comp that they usually run is quite surprising, because you're coming out of a 0-13 versus Maryville, and TSM has an opportunity to really change their own ways. As they mentioned before, you don't want to see the Harbor anymore from GMD. Comes out with the Viper. That's mainly the biggest change outside of the Sage to a Omen to add to the group as well. So both pros and cons and the compositions that you're trying to throw out here for both of these teams. And I think for Winthrop University on this defensive side is just trying to make sure that they corrected all those mistakes that they had against Maryville, so that it could actually push this to a third map if they can.
Yeah, to take TSM here after the last time we saw them on Icebox, they got 13-0'd on it, and it just may be the last map of Winthrop's season if Core has their way.
Toxin screen down.
Can we just stay on GMD? Not only because he's playing a Viper, but I just want to look at his dog on the bed.
Oh my god, looks so chill.
Poison's off.
Oh, what a cutie.
It's two different stories. A chill dog while his best friend is nervous, lurking down towards the middle. At least TSM will be able to get a plant, but the lurk has already been discovered pretty much. So GMD is just going to have to wait as much as he can to find a better timing. Does so right there.
Will. Yeah, Moves is just going to walk it down. Now you've got to pressure that to find some semblance of a recovery, and Infiltrator's just going to W key it into the double swing through the Toxic Orb, though. GMD's going to be able to get away with a second before you can even go for that fight. Glyph is going to be waiting in Narnia for a century before the rest of Winthrop gets here. And Infiltrator's been procced on the recon bolt as well, so you've got a double swing outside of this smoke that's reset. A Cloudburst to escort these guys on WU to backside to isolate a fight against Alvin Boy, and that's a start. But the pack is closing in, and the time is too. Glyph is isolated out of nowhere after the trade backs from that swing, but is holding the spike at least halfway to try to give this fight some... Oh, wow. How awkward that ended up. But Vora will take it, and TSM will too.
We're just bringing it back from the first map, but if anything, because it got so chaotic and fuzzy towards the end, was just beautiful lures from GMD. When he realized here that the jig was kind of up, that he doesn't find a timing really inside the kitchen, he listens to the rotates at least to tell the team that, okay, I know how many players are rotating across, nobody's flanking, you don't have to worry about it. So all three players can really stay within that site. And for him to be able to get 2 kills and force the players to flush him out and delay so much time, now you're forcing the errors out. You're seeing how they're making so much noise from the side of Winthrop to retake towards that A site, and TSM's able to win on time. 5 players pushing out here towards this B side. A 4-player stack on that end where the jiggle comes down for Glyph. So he allows himself to get pinged out. Oh, that Snakebite owns you.
Yeah. Infiltrator sticks it till the bitter end. And nice paranoia to follow it down. TSM just chugging right along. Beautiful start. Exactly the kind of thing you want to see.
Yeah, for TSM to just making sure that every single corner is literally flushed out. That Snakebite damaged on 2, got the vulnerable into Infiltrator, and you would like to have the cleanest of rounds here. Keeping all 5 alive in this round would be actually huge for TSM to continue here to build that economy. And you're already seeing Governor holding all the way back. He's trying to do some damage for the players trying to chase him down. That's Timo Tino just around the corner.
Trying to make it as dangerous as possible, and Timo will not reload, so he's just got to hold it down with that classic, and he'll end up actually getting that 3rd kill anyway. So beautifully scaled by TSM. Just a great recognition of when they can press down on these easy pressure points for that second jab after they have the gun advantage. And I mean, we'll see them try to commit into this with the 2 rifles that they have. Timo with that Outlaw still as well. They can slow this down quite a bit, and they've already conditioned some mid-lurking too, so WU is going to have to spread pretty thin, at least to start out. I
agree. It's going to have to come down to a lot of early information. You're already seeing the position from Ali. He's looking to wall instantly towards this B main to see if it's going to get broken right away. How many players are going to spam that? And as I say that, he just holds the angle.
Yeah, just stay stoic, and then put one on the lane as well. That's ballsy from Timo, but what are you going to do? So now GMD will head up tube.
Yeah, and the weapons picked up left behind here by Timotino, so 7's gonna pick that up. You know he's been good with the snipe on the previous map.
Mm-hmm. Gets right up on top of this turret, hears it, and asks for the smoke. He'll get it.
It's not really going to be heard until they rotate out and the Viper's going to see the outside radius of the smoke. So that should get pinged out. It should. It has to. It's not.
Wow.
GMD has a timing now.
Oh, turned and
he
moves.
looks down.
Just in time. And TSM has got nothing to hang on to now for this bonus attempt. But certainly got a lot farther than WU would have liked. Again, a good tool of striking fear. Moves. Now going to walk down two himself, so if he can go for a 180. Instead, it's 7. Just hold the line against Ali. He walks out, takes the outlaw shots, and now forces WU to make a kind of crucial call on how heavily they'll contort themselves to be here. But Alvin Boy has weaved his way under the tube, and Moobs decided to double back, so space not guaranteed. They'll get the plant.
Let's have a good TP out. He body blocks him as he peeks out. He body blocked 7, so 7 is just stuck in the corner out in the open.
That's
bro,
really
I was just about to say he could TP out. They could play 3 players in the back of the site. I respect that at least Alvin Boy was swinging out here because, you know, the poison orb from the defensive side was still up from Glyph, so that would be very difficult to play from green and from yellow. But there has to be communication then to say, instead of TPing out, let's just double swing and fight under tube. Oh, bro.
Yeah, I gotta look at that one again. That was.
He even looks to his left like, yo, what's up? What's going on?
He goes out at the same time. That's so dumb.
Dude, you know what? Just keep taking this for the next 3 rounds, 10 rate, because I know it's gonna get serious after that.
Yeah, no, it'll. Yeah, eventually these teams will figure it out. But until then, have fun in the shooting range, fellas. Godspeed. Let's do it again. Everybody's kitted now. Ali, once again, way up. And the potential for a one-way in their tracks. Glyph still holding down throughout. Yeah, Alvin Boy. That's pretty influential. Again, Winthrop, crucial call early on. How much do you sell into this? Ali's already out of there. But Glyph holding yellow steadily. Bite the only thing he's got on him at the moment. Instead, he'll just swing it. And TSM will chomp down. GMD extends on top of the swarm that's tossed. Plant is stuck, and TP again from 7 is touchy, but he's got coverage this time. Paranoia right on top as the barrier orb is going to defend Ali, but Governor goes down, and so it's got to be Ali holding it all down by himself. TSM can just spring it back again and get up to 3.
And a good shot from Alvin Boy. That's redemption from that previous round, body blocking 7. And with that crucial kill into Infiltrator, he also manages to prevent any forward pushes, any lurks, any flanks from being created towards middle. And that ends up being a very nice post plant hold for TSM. Ali getting instantly flashed when he throws up the horizontal wall too, so he never has a chance to even get it halfway. Now you have an op on the defense for Infiltrator. He's trying to watch it here on the brown boxes of yellow. They have a deeper angle into garage. For TSM, they're just all grouped up. There's not really anything that's going to open up the sites for them, so it's just small scales. You see here the smokes being thrown for them to start scaling up to prevent players from really getting map control on a defense on pipes. And there is that engagement. The drone gives the position away, but nobody really wants to fully rotate yet until now. I'm pretty sure the rotate should happen and that Glyph pushed all the way out here towards garage.
Well, launch the Fury as soon as that spike is held. Won't tap it again. Has to look for something, and Timo will get chipped. Wow, just letting some bullets fly here as the drone goes out. A lot of manual coverage. Just trying to make this swing work. So explosive, but only once you get on. Until then, really tough too. And TSM have a pretty iron wall up. Infiltrator, nice readjustment to get at least one op shot down, but in the meantime, another traded away. And now it's way too ballsy to go for this again, buddy. Sorry, you got to save. And TSM is getting up to 4.
Dinked up for 30. Alvin Boy finally spots Glyph. And yeah, those two are just going to try to save their guns into the next. And TSM, I mean, they could try to hunt him down. He manages to escape. But just another nice round from TSM. Very standard stuff. And this time without having, like the piston round, GMD pushing up so everybody could stay within the site. It's just Alvin Boy's setup here once again. just at the entrance of the A site. It's not only on the turret that watches middle, but it's also the alarm bot that he places on the left side of the entrance. He watches any forward pushes from that side, so while he's not being pressured, he gets to focus on Belt. When they commit into the site and the turret gets broken, he could stay in the back of Nest and watch Belt. And that's his responsibility really for the whole half so far, as the TSM are finding some good rounds here on working that map. And it's the same setup too. I think it has to come down to a point very soon where Winthrop University will just have to start disrespecting Alvin Boy, who's continuously playing 4-1 solos.
Yeah, he's doing it again this round.
Yeah, I mean, they broke the turret right away, so that's a start.
Yeah. And Glyph is walking down mid heavy too. Despite the fact that the noise has already been made, Infiltrator shuts down that first op shot, and he goes for a second off rip, drops down for this third, causing chaos in the back line, and it's doing enough. Governor now swinging back over to under the tube and finding his own. WU go crowd crushing with the help of Infiltrator on this frontline operator. And Glyph as well, able to stop Alvin Boy in the meantime with that extra help that gets divvied up. The resource management from Winthrop this round is early and crucial. And now Zora has to swing into a 4-stack. A crucial round this late into the half that Winthrop University will take and try to run with.
And a very interesting wall from Ali too. He walls out a spot where usually it's a disadvantage for the players on defense when you're sage walling and planning out in the open just on the left ledge of that B site. But it really forces the players to swing out towards danger where all the players were at. And for the first time, when I'm talking about the disrespect from fighting into Alvin Boy's setup, Glyph did exactly that. Not only does he breaks the turret, but he keeps walking down because he knows if it has to come down to it, it's a 1 versus 1 against Alvin Boy. Nobody's really supporting him at that spot. He ends up getting that backstab, the win. Winthrop University's finally up at 2.
A lot of early noise made by TSM here in the nest. Waiting for what reinvestment Winthrop goes for after these smokes are gone. All quiet on this eastern front till that toxic screen goes back up, and that'll let Infiltrator go window shopping a little bit.
Is that a good movie?
What?
I thought it was a movie called that, All Quiet on the Eastern Front.
Oh. I haven't seen it. That was I was making a reference to something I haven't seen.
Oh, I don't know.
Ali swinging off his barrier orb, good for 3.
One enemy remaining.
And just holding for 4. Go for the ace off of Moves' Reds. Why not? What a hell of a way to win a round.
All right, Ali finds redemption from the first map where he kind of trolled with the smoke that he threw, and now playing as a Sage is fully anchoring up on that site. And you talked about it here, Tenrek, where everything really slowed down when the smokes came through. TSM did the same type of scaling to just take control of pipes again. And then it was almost really a tell. As soon as it starts off, go for the exec, but this time around we kind of stayed within the site to make sure we could fight here against the TSM push. There's not big flashes to really help out the side outside of the paranoia, so if you're able to avoid that, you're in prime position here to really punish and stuff the TSM push.
Yeah, pack it in really quick. Now this is what makes it interesting though. So GMD, okay, this is so odd. As the pit starts to balloon, Glyph reads it like a book. That was maybe gonna be cool if it lasted a little longer, but shut down mega quick. Ali heads back to the smoke tossed into CT after 7 tries to sell into ulti that way. But now that that's dissipated, that variable's also cleared before TSM even get onto this A site. So what do they have left? If Alvin Boy gets a kill, a lockdown, yeah, an operator for Timo.
Dude, Ali's finding some interesting walls here.
Yeah, he is. He's really trying to play unconventionally. He's crossed, but he's been found, so they can get pressured here. Yeah, Timo's just going to search for it. And that'll be the break-in. That's all they need. Low-key, Winthrop kind of gave themselves away a little bit. It feels like they set the stage a little too hard.
They funneled themselves into the right side of the site, right into the crosshairs of TSM.
Weird.
Ugh. And there, the backpack is strapped, and it's killed. So the movie is actually All Quiet on the Western Front. It was also based off a novel, maybe. So yeah, I was wrong. My bad. I threw you off on that, Ace. That could have been a cool highlight reel for the next season of Challengers.
That's still the thing I haven't seen that I made a reference towards. I'm a fraud.
Oh.
It's like I don't know that movie so well that I didn't even know that was the right name.
Hey, you convinced me.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, when there is really nothing to work left for TSM, I mean, all they did was stand still and let Winthrop University come towards them.
They came
the
to
advantage
them,
of that, exactly. And the advantage for that is that Alvin Boy gets these kills. Now they have a lockdown to work with for the next round. I like this idea that they just tried to do for middle here for GMD, but dude, that was such a freebie for whoever's holding towards that window to get that pick. I think that was Glyph. Just to counteract it, and I think now, you know, these are on-the-fly calls and tells on the side of Winthrop for Glyph to say, look, I have to start moving forward, or I disrespect Alvin Boy, or I disrespect GMD for the amount of times that they're adding util info to watch middle or lurks. And he's doing a great job at it. He's getting his one.
So this is both members of the stack already revealed. And
one of them just got walled.
Yeah. They'll stick around. Okay, Infiltrator will back out now, and Glyph will just head inside the smoke. Get back up top here. Governor rotating in. Yeah, this is a good adjustment. Alvin still holding mid. Yeah, good attention paid. Refrags are out. Governor's got to hold it down. Only good for one. Oh, but Ali's now here, and he's still causing that pressure.
Comes a TDM now where both lockdowns are available from both sides. Ali 30 seconds left into his next heal, and Vora is 1 kill away from an ult too. So if they could actually move forward and guarantee a trade, oh, okay, we'll funnel into that.
Huh.
They'll take it.
You should
Even then, yeah, I was gonna say just ult.
Yeah. It's a game of who resets who first here.
When the timer is about to run off, break that wall, get that plant, you now have your Sova ult to work with.
30 seconds left.
And that would just counter out the lockdown from moves. There's a lot of things happening right now.
Oh, extension. No way to contest. Alvin, big swing, and Ali manages them both when everyone steps out. Lockdown is justifiably burned as Winthrop University lessen the gap yet again to 1.
Dude, Ali has changed the tempo from the first map to the second. Instantly it lines up the two, and I think it comes down to a little bit of a misplacement on that double swing for the side of TSM that became an easy lineup for Ali. But at the way that these guys are, yeah, look at that, instantly popped. Nobody crouching on top of that if they're going to play a tight swing. Both of them headshotted, but it really came down to that, a team deathmatch from both sides, from the initial engagement into Garage back into the 2 versus 2. The lockdown was used on both ends, but because of that double swing, at least to keep the Hunter's Fury into this round. All 5 of them together, crept up on the right side of the map for TSM, trying to find an early drone-in pick.
Rush down into a pit, activated late, and so Glyph is going to have to dip out as that Hunter's Fury roars. He's going to try and recover it, but Timotino is right on top of this. Governor takes him down. And so this is defensively recovered, but the spike is still down on this A site. 7 gonna try and take this high ground, immediately clocked by the recon dart though, and Winthrop can continue to just slowly take back over here. GMD and 7 walking up, and Glyph finally found Ali with the res to attempt to reset, but it's all from the screen, so GMD has the lineup to hold, but Ali yet again wins out in the kill feed. And Winthrop University have enough of a cavalry to make their way back on. And we are tied up again.
Unweave our world.
Did Ali just bait another res for a kill? I mean, it's doable. He's gone 2 rounds out of that for Winthrop University, thanks to that, rather. And it looked for a round that 7 was going to save that for TSM. It was chaotic from POVs to POVs, but it looked like 7 did their hero play. Ran into the pit, dropped the diffuser, trying to run into the diffuse, which is Glyph. Allows for the pit to go down, for all the players to get spotted, and for the team deathmatch to happen once again. But it's up to Ali, 15-6-1. Already, how? I mean, you're good at math. What is 0 to 13 to 5 rounds now? What is that an increase percentage?
I think technically infinite because it's a fraction over 0, right?
Dude, you're such a nerd, and I love it.
Chat, am I cooked for saying that?
You're such a nerd, and I love it.
Either way, either I'm wrong or I'm cooked.
Hey, again, you had me convinced.
That's all I have to do is just convince you. Hey, chat, remember that. That's all I'm trying to do.
Well, it's still a rifle round for TSM and only a share for Vora, so he is definitely trying to get the max of util possible to help out the team. You already heard the drones coming in from both sides trying to find the mid-round information. There's no smoke being thrown. Finally, it does get thrown, but he peeks just before it blooms. So they know that GMD once again is lurking inside the pipes. Inside tube, rather.
Yeah, I'll just migrate over to the other side of that orb, see if he can get any sort of like noise information. Anybody creeps up early. Infiltrator posted far beyond the screens and is able to get a really nice opening frag. Chaotic Hunter's Fury.
Dude, your gun's sticking out.
Wow, Vora able to get a free kill on a Moobs. And that makes things a lot tougher.
Yeah, I was gonna say Moobs 7 needed to throw a smoke so that GMD could get through too, but he went under instead through his own smoke. Perfect backstab.
Yeah, now Ali is caught. Gotta pressure this front line even heavier, and they will! Entirely circled! Alvin Boy alone against Swarm, and it's
one bullet
right on top of this spike. Governor holds for half, backs away, and attempts to drop on the right click. No! Alvin Boy, how does he still make that work? Governor specifically prepared for that kind of stupid play, and even so, he gets the kill.
It's the pistol round again, except it was a knife against knife. This time it's a Vandal versus a Classic.
One enemy remaining.
And a Classic with cheese on that, 11 HP surviving. I wish I saw it from the POV of Governor. Just how the movement would have been crazy with how you jump down from the side of Alvin Boy. But that is the round that allows TSM to regain the lead of this map. 2 pistols for Winthrop in round number 12. Around 2 rifles and a Guardian. And TSM are just going to keep moving in a 5-man death ball for these side execs. No more lurks this time around.
They're just so aware of how easily WU can blister through after a round like that. They want to be prepared for the team fight, take those heavy modules. And with a stack like this from WU on this half-hearted buy in the final round of the half, that's what they'll get. Better late than never, at least, as that spike will start ticking away. Everybody's looking for their peaks. Glyph giving away the head on the drop down, potentially intentionally, to let Timotino get baited forward with this operator to the outskirts. Won't find that opening frag. And now TSM purely can play for yellow as WU starts to press that envelope. Moves extension off the Cloudburst, silenced by Vora. Yellow completely controlled by TSM. And all Ali can do is play off his own barrier in the inside. Governor only escapes with 2, and TSM will make it 7-5 on the turnaway.
Even though Timotino is not landing these shots, he finds information for the team. Sees a drop on the first, and also Vora's utility. Drone got value. I think Recon even got value. And then Timotino continues to give his life and bait himself out so that when they're actually trying to chase him down and he's swinging wide towards yellow, there's a high-low stack on the boxes from 2 other players of TSM just mowing him down. That's just a nice little setup that they have on a post plant. And a game plan that they drew out all along to not get themselves caught by the retake of Winthrop University. Now taking a lead by 2 rounds going into the second half. Again, leading the series 1-0 after a back-and-forth battle on bind 13-11. Looking to eliminate Winthrop University and also get 1 step closer to another chance, another shot at Ascension.
Timotino, now the one creeping up, catching moves. And he'll try and double up on that. Little pistol battle rages on. Meanwhile, Winthrop will just creep up to white. GMD has a lot of ways to prevent this early contact, but he won't spot any of it. Winthrop walk right on. Toxic screen will facilitate the rest of the push, and the barrier orb will confirm that they are sticking to it. It's auto protect from mid, though. WU on a vie for heavy yellow control. His pistol round, tough to do against the rush down that TSM can go for, but pop off. Seven.
Seven still gets a pick. That's
Yeah,
a lurk
pop
on
in.
middle.
Yeah, that's their one catch gone. They can fully focus here. And TSM, they know it. As soon as that screen goes down, everything's on the table. That's why Glyph circled out, but even so, not able to land anything, and TSM just stormed the entire front. Does anything land for WU
Wow.
here? No! It's a flawless pistol round by TSM. Everything flipping their way, including
Look at their
potentially
HP.
this half. That
Look at
is
their HP.
as perfect as it gets.
They don't even have a healer, and they're still at 100.
Nobody landed a bullet.
Oh, everybody's shooting blanks now for Winthrop University. What a nice little retake towards the end. I have to respect Glyph walking up the way that he did, though. The turret went up on the wall. He asked for his teammate to break it, so that once the wall comes down and the turret never really spotted somebody towards danger, he had a perfect surprise attack. But man, TSM was just flicking everywhere and landing every single one of the shots instantly with the ghosts that they had, and they brought into the mid-range fights. Full classic round, one sheriff. Timotino about to get caught off guard, but he has support at least.
Yeah, big swarm early on, but that's what the Spectre's here for. Your just-in-case gun. Now, your next one with whoever's left, it's Ali on this sheriff. Always a danger for sure. But you've got everybody here. And the spike is on the outskirts. Another nice sheriff shot by Ali, and gifted one more opportunity. But it'll quickly get silenced.
You'll take that for Winthrop with the heaviest investment being a sheriff, and you're dropping 3. When shots weren't landing on the first round with that pistol, but this time around, you're not making it easy for TSM to have the best of bonus rounds versus what you guys bring to the table this round is a little bit of a positive hope for them to get some maximum value with this composition. This comp is probably the easiest way to get a spike plat here for a team on this map of Icebox. And they're leveraging it. The orb from middle, double lurk towards the A side. The dart avoided too, so that you could sell some fake positioning here. And as you're trying to creep up, though, it's up to Timotino with the sheriff towards that belt.
Waiting out that
So
tailwind
patient.
timer. Yeah, he is sticking it.
I'm gonna
And
start
he's
activating here, I think. There's a minute left. People have to start moving. There it is.
Gotta go for it. Is it watched? So much of this round, this game comes down to this.
And with that recon, though, that might be the call for them to start moving forward.
Spike
Because
is...
they would think here that TSM thinks there's nobody there, and they're rotating back to the B site.
Yeah. Surely that makes them think it's cleared, especially with this gambling that they're doing. Timotino extends and finds one. Fought on his terms, but no one else from TSM can make a dent, so they'll have to try to chip away if they want a chance at this bonus. Vora getting a nice early sight line,
Oh, no.
and that's enough to ward them away, but it's all because Governor has made his way all the way back to CT. And Alvin Boy also caught on mid. His position may not even be necessary. Yeah, Infiltrator's got it all covered. And so Winthrop still have plenty to offer on this attack. Not everything even revealed yet on this bonus that they take with 4 standing.
And thankfully, it's Infiltrator that's watching that cross on middle to protect his teammates, because it was Alvin Boy, the one who's been finding some impact frags on this map with the Guardian, looking to pop some heads as they're crossing back with 30 seconds left on the clock. And that was a call from Governor to say, look, I've gotten full B control. He pushed all the way towards spawn, but it never really checked towards middle. So that was probably the biggest gap that was exploited here by Alvin Boy, and thankfully Infiltrator is able to save that. Op out for Timotino, though, watching it towards long B. And on the other end for the A site, it's just stalls with smokes.
No piercing through the smoke. Seeing if they can try to get another set lurker on top of this tube now. Glyph walking up a lot. Alvin Boy holding on top of his turret, actually. Seeing if they can maybe go to smoke in. But
You
no,
walk
just
up,
back
usually
away.
you hear the turret, you're gonna focus, try to break it or ask somebody to smoke it. Well, actually, they're not playing double controller, but that could have been a perfect and prime position for Alvin Boy to get that pick.
Revealing area.
Yeah, tough place to rotate from, unfortunately, but that's why the rest of TSM is already pre-stacked here. Vora's loved trying to go for these early vises. We'll go for it again. This is dicey as.
Just crossed
30
over. That
seconds
was
left.
dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Could have been spotted there.
Flushed out for the sake of it. Has to just re-extend. Seven's here, though. Patrol onward. And TSM gonna try and make it work through the kill feed.
Last player
Seven's
standing.
gone forward and gone crazy.
A.
That's 4. What?
Dude.
He did it all himself. That's ridiculous.
And I think he was there the whole time.
Yeah.
Just some nice little I mean, you look at the players that are inside the site, right? It's going to be Vora. He's going to try to find some good angles. He's beating out some players from the generator side. I thought he was going to stay back site so he could still use utilities so they could try to
Enemy remains.
get some kills through these smokes.
Down A.
But instead, goes for the wall bang, wide swings, helps out his team. Even he's impressed with his own performances. You're allowed to do that, my man. He's been killing on chamber the previous map. Now just solo anchoring the A site. Winthrop University are slowly starting to run out of options.
He's definitely starting to gain that agency. 3 rounds away from sealing this in 2. Maintaining that confidence. This is a toppler for WU as well. This will be an economic downfall if it ends here.
Yeah. And I think the turret got broken instantly too. So it's hard for them to recross back on middle. Even that kill on from GMD. Over from the lurk on Glyph. That's no walls to re-hit towards that B site. So it'll be much more difficult. I mean, they pulled a rotate somehow.
Yeah,
works.
7 taking that solo is a little unprecedented. Infiltrator chipped by the op and finished by Alvin Boy, though. Again, TSM are here at the scene of the crime just in time as the barrier gets burned, and so too does Governor. TSM start to crunch, start to condense, start to let the walls close in. And Moobs is the only saving grace left in this 1v3, and he's already been telegraphed. Timotino gets 3 kills this round as TSM are 2 out from making it to top 4.
And the story continues being the pain point as soon as the operators come out on the defense from the side of TSM. Winthrop University just cannot find some footing and some space onto either of these maps of Bind and Icebox. It was a great start in the beginning, though. That double push up towards that B side. I was just about to say, even if GMD gets pressured and got 1 kill, he still called for the rotate to happen, which kind of caught 7 there because they still had 3 players on that A site in the beginning. But thankfully, Timotino is not missing any shots. And you still have 1 more broken buy on the side of Winthrop University. A force at it.
Governor trying to play off his own owl drone ping to get an early kill, and it doesn't do a damn thing. But bring TSM stack over to where WU are going to push.
You could cut the tension with a knife now for Winthrop University. Still trying to find that opening, and it just made a sound.
Can't begin to imagine how much is going through their heads, including bullets. Timo, first blood again on this operator, and continuing to make noise as Winthrop have no choice but to just get on and make it work. Timo brings up the shorty and continues the storm. Rest of TSM are babysat onto this A site. And the second that noise is cut, they sense that the spike may be headed elsewhere, and they might be right. Ollie turns tail.
Dude, the crosshair was locked on him.
seconds left.
Moves had Timotino, and 7's out there just to save him at the last second when Timotino runs through like that. There's 22 seconds left, man. You can't go in for a plat. The whole site's on lockdown. Information utility still up there from the Killjoy. I guess it's desperate measures. It almost looks like they really just want to try to go for a plat. Just to try to get that 300 credits into the next round, and they won't be able to. Now they lose the Guardians, the investments into that one, and it's gonna be another
Match
force
point.
buy. As it's match point, series point for TSM. And the buy brings in more Guardians. Heck, start pulling out some Outlaws, boys, TSM. You're going to be able to own some people.
Yeah, you can start playing with your food here a little bit if you're TSM. Play a little bit conservative and safe. Of course, now, like you said, with that force buy, with WU kind of trying to claw at straws here, this may be the perfect round to do it. Once again, TSM, this is for a cushion to ascension. The other team will be forced to sit back and watch and see if Core ends up passing them. TSM, one more round gives them security in just about every universe.
And a timeout now from King Fred. The coach here that's helped out in Ambrosia. Wadada, assistant coach for EG Game Changers back in 2023, I'd like to say. And picked up here at the last moment to help Winthrop University go on a deep run. Is the most important conversation you're going to have now. Pulling out the first timeout of this map when they're facing elimination. It almost feels that at moment then they had a clear understanding of what they had to do every single round. But it just didn't work against Timotino's up.
Placing swarm grenade.
Not many options left to be able to burst the bubble. All of these points of contact so integral to break through. And Winthrop slowing it down more than ever to try to find a way in. And that lets Timo go hunting. He's on the friggin' belt and he's dropped down and spotted moves as well. Could it be a free two-piece? Yes! Give him more! He wants more! Now two dedicated to solely him, and he will take it all! He will take every inch himself. Hunter's Fury now to just clear the crowd. Give Timotino a breath, a free sight, another body to help him out, and let Ali fight versus the world with just 13 HP. The one chance left.
He's got res.
He can barrier this out. Not a lot of bodies to pay attention to this. A couple crucial microseconds where Infiltrator can get let back up, but Alvin Boy pops his head! And it's another res that Ali would have rather had baited.
30 seconds left.
For it's all on to him. With the spike isolated in spawn, he must take this himself for Winthrop's sake. And it is over. Winthrop University's fate is out of their hands and now in Core's. And with it, TSM 99% of the time, provided that Hubert doesn't suddenly heel turn and sell their team, they have guaranteed their spot in Ascension with this match and more airtime here in Stage 3 playoffs.